Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Thanks very much for watching. My name is Natalie Armstrong-Motin with the Marketing Resolution YouTube channel, and I'm talking to one of my colleagues in Canada today. This is Breanna Taylor, everyone. Hello, Breanna.
Good morning, Natalie. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thanks so much for setting aside some time to talk to me.
Yeah, thank you.
It's my pleasure. I want to talk to you about the YuKan Conflict Resolution services in the Yukon territory, and I love the name of your business. And so I was wondering if you could just, give us a quick overview of what YuKan Conflict Resolution does for the folks in Canada.
So the name YuKan Conflict Resolution came from the territory Yukon, which is in northern Canada. And what I'm trying to promote is that you can resolve conflict. So what I do through this practice is I use alternative dispute resolution mechanisms in order to enable individuals to have the tools to resolve their own conflicts, whether that be from conflict coaching and giving them feedback on how they can approach a conflict and have effective communication skills through active listening or I statements or whatnot. What I'm doing is I'm giving them the tools that they need to live out their lives in a successful manner through collaborating with colleagues or their friends, their neighbors, community as a whole to be successful. It's a great platform that allows them to have that success.
And I know that you provide these services not to any particular sector. You're there to help the entire community with their family issues, their workplace issues, issues with sports. You run really the full gamut and provide a really well-rounded service to your community there, which is fantastic. I really like that.
So what I find is that you don't necessarily need to be an expert in a field unless you're perhaps arbitrating the matter. But when you are coaching and teaching those essential skills, they can be applied to any field, such as the workplace or sports or family, like you had mentioned.
Yeah, because they're communication skills, and that really is a universal skill set to have. So,
yeah.
So that, I'm just curious, how did you get into this this line of work there, Breanna?
Well, I'm an alumni from Royal Roads University in Victoria, and there I received my Bachelor of Arts degree in Justice Studies, and I first got introduced to ADR in that we were trying to determine it in a criminal justice perspective with restorative justice, how to prevent recidivism and move forward into a more pro-social capacity. And that is where I first became interested in it. And since then, I've worked in criminal and administrative law in different capacities. And what I've learned is that conflict is inevitable. You wake up every day and there's going to be some sort of conflict, whether that is driving to work and somebody cuts you off, or you wanted to make your favorite smoothie, but there's no bananas, and who was the one that was supposed to go grocery shopping. So conflict is inevitable, and knowing how to embrace that conflict and to find the humor in it and how to work with it to your benefit is key, and it has an impact on every area in your life, which is why I wanted to get involved in it, because it really is the foundation for everything that you do going forward.
You are so right. It is one of those really invaluable skills that we all misuse and use. So, well, and one of the other, because I'm familiar with where you are globally speaking, one of the other things that I really love about your business in particular is your ability to use technology that isn't intimidating. It makes everyone able to come to the table. It's a really all-inclusive kind of a technology. And I know for a lot of people, when you say, well, we can do it online, that might make them a little nervous or apprehensive, but the way you've set it up is not that way at all. Can you explain to me the technology that you use for such a big territory?
Yeah, so Even though we have a lot of land in the Yukon, the population of the territory is just over 40,000. And the biggest age demographic there is 30 to 34-year-old individuals. So they're millennials, and they grew up in this internet era, and they use their smart tablets every single day. It's just another appendage to them in some sort. And so everybody in that demographic, they are wanting to reach out more through technology. They either don't have the time to come in for a meeting, or they're taking the bus so they don't have a vehicle to get there, or perhaps they live in one of the communities in the Yukon, such as Dawson City, Watson Lake, Ross River, and it would cost them too much money to come here, or they'd have to wait a month until they happen to be coming here for another appointment. So what we do is we offer them services through technology, and that could be through Zoom, Skype, it could be through Facebook Messenger, because they allow free video calls. So it's essentially whatever that the participant has that we can use to communicate. And I'm very flexible in that manner. I ask them how would they prefer to communicate, and what technology services do they have. And if I don't have what they have, then I just get it myself. So I meet them wherever they're at, and I adapt to them so that the services are accessible, as this YuKan Conflict Resolution is all about clients' needs, and it's client-based, and it's not about them bringing them up to where I am. It's me meeting them at the level that they're at.
That speaks so highly of your professionalism, Breanna. That alone should tell the viewers and the people in your area that you've made them the priority, which is so important in a service industry like ours. What a nice way to approach things. So, and now you've got the play on words with the name of your company, and that play on words is also your domain name for your website if somebody wanted to come and find out more about what you do. And so you're in the Yukon territory, but it's YuKan, YuKan, right? So it's yukanresolve.ca. And
That's right.
of course, I'll put that in the description section down below so that people don't have to think too hard about how to spell your company name. They can just click on it right away. But yukanresolve.ca. And so for everyone who's watching, you can click on Breanna's website, learn more about what she does. I know also that you are an ADR BC member.
Yes.
And so if anybody wants to, log on to the adrbc.com website, you'll see Breanna there also. And she's one of the stars of the organization. So you should, log on and check that out. So, Breanna, what is your favorite part about the work that you do? What do you love the most about your job?
My favorite part would be finding the humor in the conflict. So when a lot of individuals come in, they're very heightened, and emotions are high, and they're having troubles articulating themselves and whatnot. And that's another reason why working online might be better suited if there's multiple parties and you don't want to be face-to-face. But what we do is we calm them down, and they relax, and they get comfortable, they get to know me, and I get to know them, and then the barriers come down. And then we can find the humor in what the conflict is. And when they can take that step back and be like, oh, you're right, this seems silly now, but let's do this, we can resolve it. And when we get past that barrier, and it's a freeing moment, that I really enjoy that moment. And I'm also very naturally creative. So working with ADR allows me to enter into a creative process with the clients, where in a court they may be bound to more of a structured base. This is what you need to do. This is what the resolution is going to be. This is how it's going to be implemented. Whereas with YuKan Conflict Resolution, it's very creative and flexible, and it's whatever the parties want to decide on. If I think it's a little out there, it doesn't matter, because it's about them, and if it works for them, great. That is what I care about, and it's all about collaboration. So not only are we trying to get to a win-win resolution, but we're trying to get past that where the parties feel like they're both very satisfied and that they hadn't needed to give up something in order to get to that resolution. So you can get rid of the argumentativeness in this ADR process. So I really love the creativity and finding the humor in the conflicts themselves.
That has got to feel so good for your clients. I can only imagine. You know, I think because it is a choice that we can make. You know, we have an issue or a conflict, and we can wallow in it until our fingers get pruny, or we can stop, take a deep breath, and say, "Oh boy, that was an unreasonable response in an unreasonable situation, and I made it even worse than it could have ever been. So yeah, let's." Help me find a way out and move on.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we do here at YuKan Conflict Resolution.
That's perfect. Breanna, thank you again so much for the time you spent with me. Again, for everyone in the greater log on to yukanresolve.ca. Find Breanna. This is a great service that she offers to everyone. And like she said, with the use of technology, it doesn't really matter where you are. You can contact them far, far, far away. And
yeah, you don't even necessarily have to be in the Yukon, but you can also follow us on Facebook at yukanresolve.ca as well.
There you go. All right, excellent. I like that very much. So we'll put that in the description bar as well. Breanna, thank you so much. And to the viewers, thanks for watching today. As always, be good humans. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.
Bye.